Have you ever walked into a room and felt the atmosphere change instantly without anyone saying a word? They didn't look at you. They didn't even say your name. But the air grew heavy. People unconsciously straightened their posture. Some became restless. Others simply fell silent. This isn't your imagination. This is your energy. It arrived before your footsteps. It was felt before you spoke. And it silently said, "I am here to be seen." Psychologist Carl Jung said, "The soul transcends the body." Because you're not just flesh and bone, you are a frequency. And when that frequency is in harmony, you don't just enter a space, you change it. You reveal what is not real and encourage what is real. This has nothing to do with noise or arrogance. It's about the impact of your presence causing the fake to crumble. In this video, I'll share 13 important signs that show why your energy is so powerful. If people have always approached you with a certain distance, if they've been affected by you without understanding you, you're not alone. Because maybe you didn't come here to fit in with the crowd, but to transform it. If you're ready, let's begin. Part 1. Even your silence has power. When some people walk into a room, the atmosphere literally changes. No one introduces them, voices don't rise, but attention slowly shifts toward that person. It's not about their clothes or their title. There's something deeper, something indescribable there. If you also have an impact on a room without saying a word, it's not a coincidence, it's your energy. A person's presence can be felt long before they speak. Some call it an aura. As Carl Jung said, the soul is beyond the body. In other words, you don't just enter a space physically, you enter it with your true self. And when that essence is pure, balanced, and sincere, even your silence resonates. Because your presence carries a kind of awareness. You are there to be your true self, not to fit in. People may not remember your name, but they will never forget the unwavering feeling you radiate. It may bring peace, it may arouse curiosity, or it may disturb some. Because you appear as you are, and this honesty can be unsettling for those who prefer to stay on the surface. Remember, this silence is not a lack. It is a sign of balance. True presence requires no explanation. Section 2. You awaken something in others' inner worlds. Have you ever noticed that some people feel a distance from you that you can't explain? Even if you've never spoken, it's as if your presence bothers them. Sometimes it's just a look, sometimes a condescending attitude, or a prejudice that seems to develop out of nowhere. It's not because of you. It's because they are forced to look in the mirror. When you enter a room as your true self, you act not just as a person, but as a mirror that carries energy. Your simplicity can bring to light the chaos that some people have spent years covering up. And this makes them defensive. Because not everyone is ready to face themselves. Some choose to deny the emptiness inside them, and you unintentionally shine a light on that emptiness. Carl Jung said that the aspects of ourselves we suppress emerge as shadows. You make these shadows visible not with words, but with your stance. Not to be superior to anyone, but because you have established a genuine relationship with yourself. This sincerity can be unsettling for people accustomed to wearing masks. You don't try to make a difference. You are simply who you are. But even this can sometimes be too much. There will be those who find you too much, too clear, too strong, too direct. But what they're really saying is, I am not ready to face myself. You are simply carrying your light. So do not suppress your inner self. Do not give up on shining. Because you are not here to fight the darkness. You're here to be the light. And light doesn't always illuminate everyone. It forces some to face their shadows, but that's exactly why your presence initiates change. Chapter 3. Animals, children, and nature know you intuitively. Have you ever experienced moments like a stray animal approaching you while you were walking, a child you didn't know smiling at you with trust, or the air feeling more peaceful while walking in nature? These are not coincidences. It has to do with the purity of your energy. Because animals, children, and nature don't read our words, they read our vibrations. They don't recognize fake expressions. They feel what comes from the heart. If a dog comes to you, it has sensed that your energy is trustworthy. If a child communicates with you comfortably, their inner world has recognized your peaceful vibrations. If you feel different among trees and birds, nature has accepted you, because they connect with the purest essence, and you are the carrier of that purity. While people in this world often focus on status, appearance, and labels, nature perceives the simple, children perceive the sincere, and animals perceive the unconditional. And if you have their trust, it is a silent confirmation that something is right. Remember, true energy does not shout. It is silent, but its presence is undeniable. The more people in the world who are acting, posing, and seeking attention, the more your simple, authentic presence stands out. Because you are balanced through your naturalness, harmony, and simple strength. And this world is most open to people like you. So don't dismiss an animal approaching you, a child reaching out their hand, or the softness of the wind. These are the universe's way of telling you you're on the right path. It's not just people. Life itself responds to your presence. Section 4. You disrupt without even trying. When you enter a room, you don't intend to attract attention. You are quiet and calm. You make eye contact, but not in a challenging way. You are simply present. And yet, the atmosphere suddenly changes. People adjust their posture, talk a little more, laugh a little more, because something is different when you are there. This situation often stems from something you are not aware of. Your silent power. It is a power that does not speak loudly, but influences those around you. You simply exist as who you are. However, this deeply unsettles those who live on the surface. Because you don't play a role, you don't try to appear a certain way. You are who you are, and this causes others to remember their own masks. If they are not ready to face this, you become not just a presence, but a mirror. Seeing themselves clearly in this mirror disturbs them. Even though you do nothing, you make them feel small, vulnerable, or fake. Because you are not a threat, you are a standard. Those who cannot measure up to this standard feel trapped, overwhelmed, and unable to fit in around you. But this is not your responsibility. You don't have to dim your light or diminish yourself. Because you are not challenging anyone, you are simply being yourself. And only those who are ready will understand you, seeing you not as a threat, but as an opportunity. Keep going. Your stance will guide many. Chapter 5. You set the energy in the room. When some people enter a room, the conversation continues. But when you enter, the conversation changes direction. Voices quiet down, and eyes turn toward you. No one says it out loud, but everyone feels it. There is someone else here now. Because you don't just enter physically, you enter with your energy. It's hard to describe you, but it's impossible to ignore you. This is a harmony that radiates from you. It's a wordless vibration. It's not so much about what you do, but how you are. You rebalance the environment not by forcing it, but through a natural influence. Your frequency collides with others' frequencies and transforms them. People can't explain why they feel uneasy or why they feel at ease. But change happens. This is not a trick, nor is it magic. It is the power of spiritual harmony. Someone who is centered affects the balance of those around them without even realizing it, and you have chosen to live in that center. That is why the atmosphere changes in an instant. Because you are not just an individual, you are an energy that guides the collective consciousness. Chapter 6. You read people without words. You enter a room. Everyone is smiling, conversations are flowing, but you immediately sense that something is off. There is tension, disharmony, an unspoken weight in the air. Without anyone saying a word, you can already sense what is going on inside. This is your special ability, reading people without words. Body language, tone of voice, eye contact. These things appear to you like a novel. You sense it all. The hidden jealousy in someone's compliment, the suppressed anger in another's silence, the lie in someone's "I'm fine" as they avert their eyes. This is what Carl Jung called symbolic perception. You hear the vibrations of the soul before the words. This ability may sometimes seem like an excess to you, because in this world, most people are accustomed to staying on the surface. The deeper you go, the more overly sensitive they find you. But you are not excessive. You are aware of what is real. And this is an area that very few people dare to enter. So don't dismiss your intuition. It is the natural result of your pure energy. You pick up on clues that others miss, because you have already entered their inner world before you even speak to them. You don't just hear, you feel. Chapter 7. Superficial conversations wear you out. You smile, nod politely, say a few words out of courtesy, but inside you feel drained. It's not because you're shy or avoid people. It's because your soul only comes alive in real connections. Daily conversations, mundane topics, and empty phrases feel meaningless to you. Because you're not interested in the details on the surface of people. You're interested in their inner worlds. Office gossip or topics like the day's temperature make you feel restricted. You want to form real connections with people. You want to talk about their dreams, fears, hopes, and wounds. Words without depth eventually create pressure on you. Physically, you're there, but your energy is elsewhere. Because superficial conversation is noise to you. Some may find you serious, distant, or too deep. But those who are truly awake will tune into your frequency. And when that connection is made, you feel at home. Because you were born to connect, you are in pursuit of meaning. You're not here to get lost in the noise, but to hear what's real in the silence. Chapter 8. People reflect their inner darkness onto you. Sometimes you can be misunderstood without even doing anything. You just exist. But the energy of the environment suddenly changes. People become cold, defensive, or distant toward you. It's not because of you. It's because of what you reflect. Your presence causes others to face their inner darkness. For some people, this is uncomfortable, because your light makes the parts of themselves they suppress visible. This is often unconscious, but as soon as they see you, they feel uneasy deep down. And they express this unease sometimes through coldness, sometimes through criticism, and sometimes through unnecessary distance. They may envy you, misunderstand you, or try to undermine you. But their real issue is not with you, but with what you represent: honesty, openness, authenticity. Your presence disrupts the false order they have built. You carry an unmanipulable truth, and this frightens some people. That's why some may love you and then drift away. They may approach you with admiration at first, then try to belittle you. But this is their battle, not yours. You are not here to dim the light you carry within you. You are the bearer of truth. And sometimes this is a more important task than being loved. Chapter 9. Your silence speaks. You don't have to speak. You don't silence people, but you notice that they become silent on their own. Because your silence is not ordinary. It is a state, a presence, a weight. Your silence sends a clearer message than most people's noise. You are an observer. You watch without judgment. And as you watch, those around you grow quiet. You don't ask for words, but words come to you, because your energy has already entered the room. You don't try to be seen, but you are noticed. You establish authority not by shouting, but by being calm. Your silence reveals what others try to suppress. That's why some may think you're arrogant or cold, but they just can't hear you over their own noise. That's why you're strong. You speak with your presence. And remember, silence is not always weakness. Sometimes the deepest transformations begin without words. Your strength lies not in trying to explain yourself, but in simply being who you are. And this existence transforms everything around you over time. Chapter 10. You attract real people and repel pretenders. There is no gray area for you. People either come closer to you or move away from you. There is no middle ground. You don't force this reaction. You don't try hard. You don't change yourself to make others like you. You just be yourself, and this makes you like a magnet. You attract the real ones and repel the fake ones. Some people feel a genuine sense of ease when they see you, because in you, they find the peace of being seen without judgment. For them, you are the first person to ever say, "Be yourself." But others see the parts of themselves they suppress in your gaze and feel uncomfortable, because your presence leaves no room for masks. Your energy silently but clearly says, there's no place for pretending. Some who meet you want to open up for the first time. Others prefer to avoid you because they don't want to open up. But this is not about you. It's a reflection of their inner imbalance. Because you don't dance with the fake. Your energy vibrates at the right frequency and only accepts those who are on the same wavelength. So if someone moves away from you without a clear reason, don't let it upset you. It's not a loss, it's protection. Your energy acts like a filter. Only those who can reach the depths of your soul remain. Others can't stay in your space for long. And that's wonderful, because you're not here to fit in with everyone. You're here to find those who have found their own light. Chapter 11. You carry a silent power. Your power is not in noise, but in silence. When you enter a room, you don't shout, but everyone feels your presence. This is not random calmness. It is a peace earned after many internal battles. As someone who has stood firm in storms, you no longer need to be shaken, because you have matured through the things you have gone through. People know this. Some look into your eyes and say, "This person has been through something." Your words are few, but their impact is profound. Even your stillness carries energy, because you don't try to prove your strength. You already possess it. Having faced your own shadows and transformed your past without denying it, you speak through your silence. And this divides those around you. Some find peace in your presence because there is trust and authenticity with you. Others feel uneasy because your simplicity exposes their chaos. They are accustomed to the power of shouting. They struggle to understand your silent strength. But this should not change you. Your gentleness, your determination, your power of observation. All of these are yours. And remember, true power belongs not to those who carry the sword, but to those who never have to use it. Your peace is a wisdom that has been earned. It cannot be imitated. You no longer leave your mark by fighting, but by simply being. Chapter 12. Your presence is healing. You heal without effort. People feel more peaceful, safer, and more like themselves when they are around you. You don't make long speeches or impress people with titles. You simply exist. But your presence creates an invisible space that says, you can relax here, you can be yourself. That's why people relax around you, take a deep breath, and lower their guard without even realizing it. Many people may appear strong on the outside, but they carry hidden pain and suppressed emotions. Your presence lightens those invisible burdens. You don't pressure them to take off their masks, but they feel ready to open up when they're with you, because you don't judge. You may not even be listening, but you're just there, and that's enough. But what makes you special isn't just that you make people feel at ease. You also encourage them to face themselves without even realizing it. The openness that comes with feeling safe sometimes leads people to confront their truths. This isn't easy for everyone. Some people walk away because of it, but no one leaves unchanged. Because you help people turn toward themselves. You don't tell them to heal. You tell them through your presence that they are already whole. That's why you shouldn't underestimate your light. You're not here to fix others. You're here to remind them of their own inner strength. And you do this simply by being yourself. This is true healing. Chapter 13. You disrupt the fake. Because you are real. Have you ever walked into a room and felt like something was off? Fake smiles, superficial conversations, shallow relationships. You knew you didn't belong there. It's not because you were in the wrong place. You were expected to fit in, but you're not there to fit in. You're there to shake up the illusions. Your energy isn't a stage performance. You're not trying to show off, but you still stand out. Because you're just being yourself, and that disrupts the game of those who are playing a role. Even if you don't say anything directly to anyone, your mere presence causes people to question their own masks. That's why some people instantly like you, while others feel uncomfortable around you without even knowing why. You are an energy that shatters false security zones. You bring what people hide to the surface, sometimes without them even realizing it. That's why some people distance themselves from you. Some misunderstand you, and some may even criticize you. But that's not about you. It's their process. You don't appeal to everyone's comfort zone, because your job is to awaken. You didn't come to this world to maintain order, but to bring transformation. In doing so, you may cause discomfort, because the truth is not always comfortable, but that's exactly why it's necessary. So don't soften, don't suppress your energy. Your light won't let others hide in your shadow, and that's a gift. Don't change yourself because others can't understand you. You're not too much for them. You're just deeper. If any of this resonates with you, know that this isn't just a video. It's a reminder. Your place is here. This is your time. Your energy isn't alone. We're here. And this isn't the end. It's where you truly begin.